So since there's only 3 of you, you'll have a lot of chance to speak. So, all right. So student walks over 850 kilometers to raise money for homelessness. Okay. So who would like to talk about the first word? Say it for me. Give me the definition and the sentence.
I can do that.
Okay, great, Sasha.
Yeah. So I have to read the first word, right?
Yes.
Okay. The first word is raise, which is here used as a verb,
A
and it
verb.
means to bring, yeah, a verb, which means to bring in or collect money. Okay. So the sentence example goes like this. The goal of this campaign is to raise money for children with disabilities.
Okay. So we like to raise money. We
Yeah.
make money when we earn something. When we have a job, we earn money. But when we raise money, we're not doing it because of work we did, but because of the generosity of other people giving. So when you raise money, that's how you do it, through people giving to you. Oh, good. Gabriel's here. All right. So the second sentence, the second word. Hi, Gabriel. Glad you're here.
Oh.
Are you able to introduce yourself real quick?
It's me? Oh.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to turn on my camera, but
it's on.
already.
It's just kind of like you're in the light. It's okay.
Great. Hello, guys. This is Gabriel. I'm from Brazil and English teacher here for Brazilians.
Awesome. So hopefully this helps you teach them. So we've only gotten through, we're doing this article right here. Student walks over 850 kilometers to raise money for homelessness. I thought that sounded interesting. So, and it looks like it's somewhere in the USA or America. So let's find out where they are. But the first word is raise, to bring in a lot of money or collect it. You're not earning it, you're raising it. So you're asking people to give you money for a certain cause. Second word, who would like to do the second word? Amin or Gabriel? Amin, do you want to do it? Are you there?
Hello? Yes?
Yes. Okay, can you say the word for me? The second word?
Yeah, miss.
What is the second word? Homeless?
Actually, I don't have preparation for this one.
Homeless.
Just only hearing your recording. Yeah, it's meant that what are you talking about? Yeah, because I'm the beginner, so we need but then I don't know. I don't know exactly. But
You're talking about the recording?
Okay.
The one that I
Hello.
showed you before?
Hello.
We can talk about that later, but let's work on this article right now. Okay?
No.
So homeless. Say the word homeless.
Yeah. Just we need adaptation first, yeah, because when we hear the native speaker like you, Miss, yeah, I think it's so difficult for us to different pronunciation.
Yes, a
So it is
pronunciation.
the big problem for us, yeah, maybe, yeah, because it is the first time, yeah. We need adaptation first, yeah.
So what we're doing in this class today, this is free. This is not part of the paid course. That's something different. This right here is free.
It is this course is
So
free, yeah, for today, but for the
this
next
one that we're doing
for the
today,
next is
the one that
pay.
we're doing today is free. This one right now that we're doing today is free.
Oh.
Okay. The other one I just showed you, if you want to join, you can, but you don't have to. Okay, but this one, let's talk about this one.
Okay, okay. Thank you for accepting me. Yes, miss. Yeah. Thank you for
Yes,
accepting me as your student here. Yeah, yeah.
in this
Actually,
class.
because yeah, in the evening, yeah, I still keeping my food stall. Yeah, I still
That's good.
eat in my food stall here. Yeah, and
Okay,
yeah,
so
just
let's talk
after
about
this,
that
yeah, I
later.
want to close my food stall. Okay. Thank you very much, miss. Yeah.
Okay, so what I want you to do right now
And then,
is say the word homeless. Homeless. Can you see it on the screen?
Homeless, yes.
Yeah, very
Homeless.
well.
homeless.
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 So if you are homeless, you are without a home. You
Homeless
don't
if
have a
it's
home. Okay.
Someone who doesn't have any
homeless
home and it's
same
not
with the give up or not, miss? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have a home if you're homeless. So what does the sentence say right here?
Homeless.
Do you see the sentence?
Homeless.
yes,
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 homeless.
we see very well.
Can you say the sentence for me, please?
Hello?
Yes.
There are over
Hello?
5,200 homeless people in
Yep.
USA.
Yes. If you don't want to say it, Sabri can say it. Sabri can say it. So you tell me, I mean, do you want to say the sentence?
Yeah, I don't have something. Yeah, I don't have something to
You don't
say.
see
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Maybe just hearing first from your friend here. Yeah, and your explanation here first. Yeah.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
watch and then
Yeah.
we'll try to help you understand.
Just
Okay,
watch.
just
Thank
watch.
you. Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
if you don't
yeah,
understand what
yeah.
we're doing, just watch.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Hi,
Sorry for
Sabri,
some.
can you say the sentence for me?
Yes, I can say it. Homeless. Homeless. Yeah.
Okay, and the definition?
The definition. Okay, there are over 5,000 homeless,
500,000.
500,000 homeless people in USA.
Yes, that's a lot, isn't there? It seems like a lot. 500,000 people in the US are homeless.
Yeah,
So
very
you would
sad.
think it's in other countries, but no, it's also here.
Very sad.
So we have the problem as well. So the sentence, there are over 500,000 homeless people in the US without a home. Okay, so homeless means without a home. That's the definition. That's when we
How about
define what the word means.
their living? How do they live?
That's a good
Getting
question. They live under bridges, they live in cardboard boxes, they live in shelters, they live in, like places that will let them stay for a night and then they leave. Sometimes there's tent cities, so they all live together, huddled around one fire. I mean, there's many ways to be homeless. So it's sad, but it's true. There's a lot of homeless people. In the bigger cities, there are more. It's hard to be homeless in a small town because you don't get a lot of help. But in a city, maybe you can collect coins during the day, or I even saw people on the subway collecting money because you would go on the subway, which is the train, and then you would ask people for donations and you'd get off the train and then you'd ask the next group. But it's hard to, or maybe you stand at a light and you ask for money with a bucket. So that's how they raise money, or they may sell something. Maybe they sell something in a market and then they use that for food and then they go to sleep in their cardboard box or in their tent or something like that. I don't know what every homeless person does, but that's just the general what I've seen in my
very
life
sad.
here in America.
Very sad. Very sad.
Yes, it is.
Do government try to help them?
Yes, the government tries to help them. But there's only so much the government can do. So the government gives, and the churches too. So either the government will give them some money sometimes, maybe there's mental issues, so they try and help them that way, but they have to ask for it. They can't just assume the government knows. If they lost their job and their house and their wife, they might be very sad and they can't work, something like that. So we have to help these people. Even the churches help people sometimes. If you need food, we'll give out food at a church. you know, things like that. Sometimes clothing, if the kids need clothing, we'll give that. So we try to help. We do. The government tries to help, churches try to help, and individuals, if you want to give some money to somebody or something, you can, if you feel bad for that person. But it's a bigger issue than just a simple, you know, simple thing. It's not a simple thing.
Yes,
So,
yes.
but this kid has a big heart. So he's not just going to give money, he's going to do something about it. So let's read about that in a minute. Okay, so let's go on to the next word, community college. Who wants to read about community college? Gabriel?
Yes, I want to. Community college is community community college or community, yeah, community college, a place of higher education in which people study for 2 years before attending university, or where they learn a practical skill.
Good. Sentence?
He is attending community college.
Okay, great. So community colleges in the US, I don't know what you guys have in your countries, but in the US, a community college is less money than a state college, less money than a private college. And many people can go to just acquire a skill. So if you want to become a mechanic or a plumber or some kind of trade, then you could go to community college. Or if you just want to learn about something, maybe a skill or talent or passion that you have, if you want to learn how to do something, even English classes are at a community college for less money. So it's higher than high school, which is the top, you know, when kids are 18, they graduate from high school. And then at 18 and above, they can go to community college or state college or private school, depending on how much money you have to spend. Now, it costs money to go to school in the US, past high school. There's no free unless you have a connection with somebody. Sometimes there are free classes, but there's not free degrees like in other countries. So it's different here. All right, so if you want to go to school, but you don't have money, sometimes you can get a scholarship. So what is a scholarship?
This allow to you to learn without paying money.
Right. So do you see the definition?
Yeah, I didn't see, but right now I'm seeing it. Time got a scholarship through
Tim.
a special program. Tim, a special
Okay.
program. Yes.
Right. He got a scholarship through a special program. That is a sentence. The definition, what the word means, is money that is given to a student to pay for their education. Basically what you said. Okay. So that's a good thing. Now a scholarship may be part of the money that you need, or it might be all of it, but usually it's not all of it. It's usually part of it. So that helps for part of the money, but usually you have to make the rest or pay the rest back in a loan. All right, so universe. Who wants to talk about universe? Sasha?
Yeah.
Can you say universe and give me the definition and the sentence, please?
Yeah. Just a second. Let me. Yeah. Universe is used as noun here, which is all of space and everything that exists in it. Sentence example is scientists are searching the universe for signs of life.
Right. So yeah, usually we say the T. Scientists are searching the universe for signs of life. Say it again.
Scientists are
That's good.
searching the universe for signs of life.
Right. So some scientists believe that there are aliens or non-human species somewhere in the world or in the universe. So maybe not on planet Earth, but on Mars or somewhere else. there are people that believe in non-humans out there. So there's many movies about this. I'm not sure what it has to do with the story, but let's find out. All right, so here is the article. Student walks over 850 kilometers to raise money for homelessness. Okay, who wants to go first? Gabriel, go ahead.
A young man in the US has raised over 160 million
Thousand
for charity organization, the National Alliance to end homelessness after walking over 850 kilometers to Boston College, where he recently became a student.
Good. All right. Sabri, do you want the next sentence, the next paragraph?
Okay. A year ago, Gordon Wayne had been homeless, living out of this car while working 10 hours a day. When he had to say no to an offer to study at the University of
Pittsburgh,
because of his situation, he started studying at a community college in Virginia and began to apply for college that offered financial aid.
Good. All right, so he started studying at a community college in Virginia and began to apply for colleges that offered financial aid.
Yes.
So the financial aid is the scholarships, the money that you get from schools. So he is trying to find a way to go to school in Virginia instead of in Pittsburgh, which is in another state, which is Pennsylvania. So Virginia is in the East Coast. It's nearby, but it's not the same state. Okay, Sasha, Sasha, go number 3.
Yeah. Then, over the summer, Wayne found out he had been accepted on a full scholarship to Boston College. That's when he decided to walk from his hometown in Caroline County, Virginia, to the college in what?
County. County is the smaller portion.
Okay, county. Sorry.
Yeah.
Caroline County, Virginia, to the college in Massachusetts to raise money for homeless people.
Right. So Massachusetts is where Boston is. So Boston, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. It's a hard word. You want to say it, Gabriel? Massachusetts. Yes, Avery.
Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can say the other words too. Virginia. Pittsburgh. Boston. Caroline County. That's right. All right. Anyone else want to say them?
What is the order? First Boston?
It doesn't matter. You can start with Boston.
Okay. Boston College, Caroline County, County.
Yes, county. It's a part of the state. It's inside the state. It's not the whole country. Yeah. It's country, state, county.
Oh, county. Great. Caroline County.
Yes.
Massachusetts, Virginia.
Yes. Good. All right. That's all of them, I think. Pittsburgh. Did you say Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh.
Yes. That's in Pennsylvania. Say Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yes. That's another state. So we're talking about 3 different states here, I think. Boston, Massachusetts, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. So those are 3 different states. Okay, so Wayne walked. Amin, do you want to say this one? Can you see it?
Hello?
If you can't see it because you're on your phone, then I can just read it and you can repeat after me. You want to try this? Or I can pick someone else. Okay,
Can I say?
Sabri?
Yes.
Yes, Sabri, you can go ahead.
Wayne worked for an average of 14 hours and over 45 kilometers every day for 16 days. He made it to the college stadium on August 28 and called it the most beautiful campus in the universe.
That's nice. So
Okay,
he
thanks.
called it the most beautiful campus in the universe. So yeah, some people say kilometers, some people say kilometers. So kilometers.
Okay, good.
Kilometers.
Kilometers.
Yeah, so say long strong, kilometers.
Kilometers.
Good.
Kilometer.
Okay.
Kilometer.
Yeah, kilometers.
Yeah, kilometers, yes.
Okay, good. All right, was there anything else I wanted to ask you about? I think you did okay on this one. So that's a lot of hours every day, average of 14 hours and over 45 kilometers each day for 16 days. I'm not sure how many miles that is because in my mind, I think in miles, but if a kilometer is 2.2 miles, so then he would walk about half that in miles. So he walked about 22 miles a day. That's a lot of miles in a day. I went on a hike one time and I walked like 8 miles in a day. And that's a lot. So 22 every day for 16 days. That's a lot of miles. Have you guys ever seen the movie Forrest Gump?
I haven't.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, it's a classic, but I still haven't watched it.
Well, in the movie Forrest Gump, Forrest walks across America from one side to the other. He just keeps walking and walking and walking. And he is what we call a happy-go-lucky guy. He doesn't get upset very often. He's a little bit, I don't know, mentally challenged in a good way, okay? He doesn't have like the same emotions that other people do. He doesn't get upset very often. He takes life in a good way and he just rolls with the punches. He just says, okay, if there's something happening, then I'm okay with that. So there's amazing things that happen to him in this movie. And of course, it's not completely realistic. He wins a ping pong championship in China and things like that. But he walks across the country and he has a following. People start following him. It's a great movie if you guys want to watch it, and it will be really helpful for American history, even if it's a little bit embellished or not true. Okay, so another person that walks a lot, but this guy did this for a purpose and it is real. Okay, so what did Wayne tell the world news tonight? Who wants to do this one?
Wayne told World News Tonight that every time he wanted to stop walking, he would think about the people he was raising money for. When he finished, he said he hoped he could inspire people to keep going to achieve that they want, what they want in
Life. Yes, let's try and say the whole sentence. When he finished, he said he hoped he could inspire people to keep going to achieve what they want in life.
Okay. let me try to find where you just started. From the very beginning,
No, just when he finished.
Oh, when he finished, he said he hoped he could inspire people to keep going, to achieve to achieve what they want in life.
Right. So when you're talking about fluency here, you're talking about reading in a good way. It's not about necessarily going fast. It's about emphasizing the words that people want to hear. So if you say when he finished, listen to where I say strong words, finished. He said he hoped he could inspire people to keep going to achieve what they want in life. So I'm basically focusing on the nouns and the verbs. Okay, so if you see a noun or a verb, chances are you're going to say that stronger than the other verbs, like the ats and the does, you know, that kind of thing. You don't say strong. But if you say when he finished, he said he hoped he could inspire people. See how I said that? So go ahead and say it one more time, Gabriel.
Okay. Because the screen
When he finished.
When
he finished, he said oh, so the screen is a little bit okay, it's better now. When he finished, he hoped he could inspire people to keep going, to achieve what they want in life.
Good, good. Sasha, you want to try?
Yeah. From about, right?
No, from when he finished.
Okay, when he finished, he said he hoped he could inspire people to keep going to achieve what they want in life.
Good. All right. Wonderful. Sabri, do you want to try this sentence for fluency?
Yes, I would. When he finished, he said he hoped he could inspire people to keep going to achieve what they want in life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And the last sentence, Sabri, go ahead and finish.
Okay, about 567 567,000 Americans were affected by homelessness in 2019, according to the National Alliance to End Homelessness with
Homelessness.
Homelessness, with 60% of them being men.
Men. So 60% are men and 60% are 40% are women.
Yeah.
So out of the 567,000 Americans, you know, we said 500,000 before, but 567 is more accurate.
Yeah.
So it's not an estimate, it's more accurate. It is an estimate. There might be, you know, exact amounts beyond that, but 567,000 is more accurate number. So whoever keeps these statistics, I'm not sure who. All right, so this company, at least here, National Alliance to End Homelessness, has records of this kind of thing. So let's ask a couple of questions. Did Gordon Wayne have a job when he was homeless?
No.
Well, he actually did have a job. It says living out of his car while working 10 hours a day. He worked somewhere. And a lot of people that are homeless, they work. You know, they don't always just beg for money. They actually work. But they might make minimum wage. They might not make enough to support themselves in, you know, renting, because it's hard to rent. I don't know about you guys in your countries, but when you rent here in America, not only do you have to come up with your whole month's rent to start with, but you also have to come up with a deposit. And sometimes there's 2 months of deposit. So if they charge me $500 a month, for example, which is very low in America, usually it's more, but just to make it simple, $500 a month, you need to come up with 1,000 or 1,500 just to move in. So that's why it's hard for somebody who's homeless, even if he's working 10 hours a day, to make that kind of money, because it's hard to save up. So it is a very, very important thing for people to get established in their, we don't want to leave where we live. We don't want to leave where we live because we don't want to go anywhere else. And two, we would have to come up with money to spend on a new place. And sometimes we get our deposit back, so maybe I could use that. But sometimes you don't, or sometimes the place that you're moving into is more and you don't have enough. It's kind of like a car. If you have a car and then that car is in a crash or something, it's really hard to get another car because you don't have the money. But if you get in an accident and you get insurance money like I just did, then you can get a new car from the insurance money. But unless you have that money, you can't get a car unless you get a smaller payment or a less expensive car. So when you have these big expenses like a car or a house to rent, it's difficult if you're working for very small money, very little money, or you're not working at all, obviously. So it's a tough thing to get established. And that's why a lot of these people are homeless, is because they don't have the resources to start, to get that job, to get that house, to get that car or whatever they don't have. So it's important to help people get on their feet, because in that way they can just, you know, get going and use what they have now to keep going, right? So you can tell me what it's like in your country if you want to.
Your question is how hard are the things to in our country? Okay.
Yes.
It's hard to describe it, mainly nowadays because of COVID-19, etc.
Right.
Many people that live for the money of the are not being able to work anymore. Then it's a sad situation of poverty around,
Right.
because people. But if there's a discrepancy, there are some people with lots of money and other that have to live with the amount of the very day. But in this very case, without being able to work.
Right. Right. Sasha, what is it like in India? If you're homeless, how can you stop being homeless?
Conditions are very worse here, obviously, because India is a big country and a very second most populated country in the world. And can you hear me? Because I'm speaking very slow.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, because my sister is sleeping beside me, so I cannot speak
Okay,
loud.
no problem.
And you know, each year a lot of people die because of homelessness and due to extreme weather conditions and extreme cold and extreme summer, like hot season or hot weather.
Right.
And yeah, and moreover, you know, there are facilities provided by the government side, but they are not like availed properly by the people because the system, the alignment of the structure is not very good, or people can't
Yes.
reach out to those facilities that are there provided by the government.
Right.
And because you need to be educated, you know, to avail those facilities, and mostly there is corruption, so people are there to eat up their money, you know, that is being separated for these people.
Right.
So there are lots of things that come into play when you know, when anything needs to be implemented in a proper way.
Right.
So and but you know, the best part of India is that people are very accommodative. Like they are really, really survivors. Why? There could be many reasons, because we were colonized by, you know, for so many years. So because of that, or I don't know, it's in our blood. but we survive a lot. Like whatever the condition, we can survive. And there are people, those who can't, and they die also. But yeah, it's pretty much the same. The conditions are not that good, I would say.
Yeah, I understand. All right,
Mhm.
Sabri, tell me,
Yes.
how long did it take Wayne to finish his 850 kilometer walk?
I didn't. I don't like walks, but I have been try to walk from my area to market this far.
Yes,
It's about only 2 kilometers.
right,
Kilometers, yeah. And but I try to use the transportation because I feel tired because I don't like walks. Yeah, walking. So
right.
uh, but let me describe about the homeless here in Sudan, if you allow
Okay,
me.
go ahead.
Yeah, here we have a lot of people. They are suffering from situations really bad, and everything is bad. But we are patient because we believe in the God, and also we trade with other people. We help them, and they try to help us. And also, we if we saw anyone in the route need things, we give them because we
Right,
know how he's suffering in life.
right.
So yeah, because that we didn't fighting, or we didn't do things that is like not human doing, or steal or something like that. But we know the situation is really bad here. Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, I believe it. And I think probably in Sudan, the homeless rate is even more than maybe in other countries. So I understand that.
Yeah.
So we'll just cover two more questions before we finish. How long did
Yes.
it take Wayne to finish his 850 kilometer walk? How
16
long did
days,
it
I
take
guess.
him?
16 days, I think. Yeah,
16
16
days.
days.
Yes.
Yeah.
He walked an average of 14 hours for 16 days. And
Mm-hmm.
he was able to finish 850 kilometers, which is over 400 miles. All right. And the last question, how many homeless people were there in the US in 2019, according to this survey?
567,000.
That's right, 567,000. 60% men, 40%
And
women.
40% women.
We don't even know about children. There's probably a lot of homeless children too. And I know
Yeah.
there's children in other countries that are homeless as well, like beggars in the street of India and things like that. I know that there are. So they don't even count, these children. Maybe they are part of the count, but it's really sad. I saw Slumdog Millionaire, and it was such an
Yeah.
interesting movie because it's all about this kid who knows all these useless trivia facts because he lived them, and they didn't believe him that he'd been through all these things and he wasn't cheating because he knew all these things, because he had been through them all. So it's a good
Yeah.
movie if you haven't seen it.
That's what I'm saying, though we have been suffering, and we are suffering, we had suffered a lot, but like, how that movie portrays that, and it's not just a clear picture of India, because we have cities like New York, like those which
Mhm.
are completely fully developed, and they are called as the heart and the financial, hub of India. So obviously, when people come from different parts of the country, so they would try to portray the slum India, or the poor India. But that's another issue. It just get like separated.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say, in that movie, what is being shown that, you though these people live in the most difficult kind of situations, but they are survivors. Really,
Yes. Yes.
they
And they
have
have
those
compassion.
experiences. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They have compassion for other people, which is what this guy has. He
yeah,
understands what it's like to be homeless because he was homeless, and so he decides to walk for homeless people because of that. That's often what
yeah.
happens. The pain in our life, we can use it for a good purpose if we help others.
Yeah, because they actually
So,
know what is it like to be around people, what is it like to have relationship, what is it like to have a home at least, what is it like
that's
to
right.
have food on your plate, right?
Yes. We
They
should
know the
appreciate
importance.
everything.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why
So,
they value each and they are very, very grounded people. No matter how high they reach, how
right.
flourished they are, they will always keep grounded because they've seen the lowest point in their life.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right, guys, great discussion. We're going to end the call right here, but I really enjoyed talking to you, and I'll see you next week, okay?
Okay, see you.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
bye everyone. Thank you
Okay.
guys.
Bye.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you,
all right.
everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.